ピエンゼルも。
さあ今夜もショータイムの始まりだ。あまりにもショッキング、あまりにもヘビーな内容のため、日本未公開の危ないドキュメンタリー映画の数々をお届けする未公開映画を見るテレビ。未公開映画プレゼンターは映画評論家の町山智博。かつてはあの映画秘宝を立ち上げた敏腕編集者であり、刺激的なタイトルの著書を次々と世に送り出すコラムニストの顔も持つ。カリフォルニアに暮らし、アメリカのエンターテインメント業界の裏の裏まで精通する超大国の真実を知り尽くした男だ。松山未公開映画を見るテレビ。
途中からですね、顔をいじり始めて、だんだん違う顔になってったんですけど、すごいのはこの人それを全部ネタにするんですよね。整形ネタでギャグバンバン出す。
松山未公開映画を見るテレビ。町山さんよろしくお願いします。
はい、よろしくお願いします。
さあ今日紹介してくださる作品は、
はい、
ジョーン・リバーズ A Piece of Work。
はい、ピースオブワークっていうのは、立派な作品とかすごいいい作品っていう意味です。はい。でジョン・リバースっていうのはコメディアンの女性の名前ですけども、
この映画を一言で言うと、
はい
75歳の女下ネタ芸人、カムバックへの戦い。75
歳ですよ。
なあ、これさ喋ってんの何言ってるか分かんの？
いやいや、ちゃんとしてます。あとこの人黒柳徹子さんと同い年ですね。
ああ、そうか、じゃあ全然大丈夫だ。
まあね。でもこの人がすごいのはネタが全部下ネタなんです。
女の人やのに。
女の人やのに。この人がそのジョン・リバースさんっていう人。
これは75歳じゃないよね。
これ整形だもん。
わかるよ。
分かっちゃう、すぐ。
分かっちゃう。
どうして分かった？
だってシワが一本もないし、鼻の形不自然やし。
そうでしょ。ねえ、この人昔デビュー当時全然釣り目じゃなかったんです。
あ、引っ張ってんねや。どういう人？この人は。
この人はね、主婦のコメディアンとしてデビューした人です。で、ネタはほとんどセックスなんだけども、その当時は女の人でそういうことを言う人はほとんどいなかったんで、もうアメリカ中がみんなびっくりするんですよ。とんでもない女が出てきたみたいなことで、でずっと人気になってやってるんですけども、で途中からですね、顔をいじり始めて、だんだん違う顔になってったんですけど、すごいのはこの人それを全部ネタにするんですよ。整形ネタでギャグバンバン出す。へえ、すごいんですよ。
テレビで見たことある？向こうの。
この人ね、 QBC っていう通信販売専門チャンネルで、整形のセットの通販とか、もちろん化粧品とか、あと自分でブランドを持ってて、そのキンキラキンのいろんなジュエリーを自分でジョン・リバースブランドの作って売ってるんですね。はい。それでアメリカで一番有名な仕事っていうのは一体何かっていうと、アカデミー賞とかゴールデングローブ賞とかトニー賞とかいろんな賞があるじゃないですか。そうするとレッドカーペットを引くでしょ、会場まで。でそこをドレス着た人たちがさ、ずっとセレブが歩いてるじゃないですか。それにインタビューをするっていう仕事がこの人のすごいメインな仕事なんですよ。
へえ、インタビュアー。
インタビュアーっていうような感じじゃなくてね、今日はまあ本当に綺麗なドレスね、全然似合ってないわとか言うんですよ。いや、本当。
感じ悪いやん。
あなた私みたいにちょっと注射した方がいいんじゃないのとかね。
なんていうの、その女優陣。
いや、みんなこれから賞をもらうから印象よくしようと思ってさ、おほほとか言ってるだけですよ。で最近離婚したわねとか言うの。何でも言うの。でそれが一種の関門で、誰でもどんな俳優でも何か賞を取った時はジョン・リバースをくぐり抜けなければいけないっていう試練なんですよ。
すごいモンスターやな。
そう。
それは結構最近までやってはったってこと？じゃあ
今もやってると思う。もう20年近くやってると思う、それだけ。だから結構誰でも知ってるんですよ。この映画ね、スケジュール帳を見るとこから始まるんですよ。でスケジュール帳を見ると白いわけ、こう。
真っ白。
何このスケジュールはっつって、私こんな白いスケジュール大嫌いって言って、マネージャーめちゃくちゃ怒って、このスケジュールを真っ黒にしてやるってとこから映画が始まって、で1年間撮影舞台がずっとついてですね、そのスケジュールが本当に真っ黒になるかどうかっていうのを見ていくってやつなんですよ。
だっていくら気合いでも出ても、若手の子たちがどんだけみんなこのスケジュールを埋めようと思って頑張っても難しいわけやん。
難しい。そう。
彼女はそれができるかどうかってことやね、これから。
だからね、これね、撮影スタッフもうまくいくかどうか分かんないでただくっついてってるんで。
怖っ。
土佐も結構行くんですよ。土佐回りでひどいとこ行って、もう本当に山奥みたいなとこ行ったりとかね、何でもするの。もうどんなことでもするっていう、そういうねドキュメンタリーなんですけど、それでこの映画は実は2010年公開されてできたばっかりの映画で、しかもアメリカで大ヒットして、ですごく評価の高い傑作を いきなりテレビです
ごい日本
放送します。
わかりました、それでは本邦初公開ジョーン・リバーズ「A Piece of Work」その前編をご覧ください。
Would you welcome Miss Joan Rivers? You know, you're going to be a big star.
Oh, here's my daffy little friend, Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers, the groundbreaking female comedian, paves the way for women everywhere.
You know, I know who's gay and who's not gay. Can we talk here?
And the Emmy goes to
Joan Rivers.
I'm very, very late.
I hope you had a few drinks because you're going to need them. Will you welcome, please, Miss Joan Rivers?
This is my career. I mean, how depressing is this? 40 years in the fucking business, and this is where you end up. Just to show you. My daughter and I are very close, very, very close, very close. But I brought her up all wrong. I brought her up to have morals. She turned down doing Playboy magazine cover. How about that? $400,000 naked to the waist. Turned it fucking down and calls me up for approval. For approval! Mother, I've turned down Playboy. What do you think? And you know, what do I think? I'm very proud of you, Melissa. What do I think? What do I think, you stupid fucking cunt? What do I think? I think you should ask for $200,000 more and show you a pussy. That's what I think. I'm a 75-year-old woman up here playing the drums in Queens. What do I think? I'm on the fucking red carpet in the hot sun talking to these assholes. Where are you from? Got a lucky charm. Who the fuck are you? Not good. I mean, this is not good. We have no Vegas, no giant club dates. Kathy Griffin has taken all those away.
Yep.
I have the play, which is not going to bring me any money. Can't we get club dates? Can't Billy get club dates? And this is not a full book.
Like a little date here and there.
Yeah.
Sure.
These were the good years.
These were the good years.
See, this is the kind of a book I like. Now that's a good page. You know what I mean? These are good pages. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12:30, this and that. That's happiness. Last year was a very difficult year. I was playing, here we go, the Bronx at 4:30 in the afternoon. That was a real good one. I'll show you Fear. That's Fear. If my book ever looked like this, it would mean that nobody wants me, and that everything I ever tried to do in life didn't work. Nobody cared, and I've been totally forgotten.
When you say, Joan, get out your calendar, she goes, hold on, let me put my sunglasses on. Because the white of the page hurts my eyes. So that's a joke. So we used to laugh about it. She goes, hold on, let me get my sunglasses. Okay, what date?
You look handsome.
Yeah, right.
Billy looks good. He can't stand it.
I can't. Why not? My career's in the toilet. Oh, no, that's joke.
That's me.
My career's in the toilet. Nothing is going right.
That's right.
Nothing. I don't know. It's like, you know.
That's what I always tell
This
him.
joke gives me.
Billy Sattler is a big part of my life, huge part of my life. He knows my history. You know, there's so few people that you can say, do you remember Bernie Brillstein? And we both laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh.
Joan is a chronic workaholic. One job a day is not enough. It's almost like an addict. Sadly, but she's a work addict. So it's not enough. No matter how much you give her, it doesn't fill up that need to be working.
Now, this is Jocelyn Pickett. This is my assistant, who is now going to show you how busy I am. Anybody call? No.
It's not about whether the talent is good. It's about whether they're hot. There are times in people's career that you just can't get it going. Careers do that. You're hot, you're not. You're in a slump, you're not. Nothing is happening right now, so she needs some heat.
Steve Levine's office?
Jennifer Moen
Hi, Billy Salmon.
and Joan Rivers.
Hi, Joan Rivers. Hold on just a moment.
Hello. I get through fast if I was Kathy Griffin.
Hello.
Hi.
Let's hear about Harrah's, which is May 18th. This is the weekend before Memorial Day.
I just think it's wrong. It's not vacation. The kids are still in school. I want a letter from them saying we acknowledge this is the worst weekend, one of the worst weekends of the year.
Okay.
And I really don't need, at this age, when I am a comedy icon, I don't need to walk into a room and have it half full and then have the Harris people go cluck, cluck, cluck.
Right now, they see her as a plastic surgery freak who's past due. Her, sell-by date was finished. But God help the next queen of comedy, because this one's not abdicating. Never will. There'll be nail marks on that red carpet before she abdicates. So good luck to the next queen.
Joan, here's a script for the TV pilot you wanted to look at.
Okay, thank you. Do you know where I am in this? I see no Joan on page 2. I see no Joan on page 3. I see no Joan on page 4.
I have worked with her for about 15 years, I think, somewhere in there. So I definitely have gone through kind of the ups and downs, with her career. When I started, it was definitely kind of a lower point. Her daytime talk show was canceled. At the same time, her play Sally Marr, which ran on Broadway, that shut down. Everything was kind of closing, at that point. So, of course, Joan, being Joan, then started to try to reinvent herself.
No. I ain't seeing me.
This year's no different. Joan is looking at new projects, new ways to get out there. And she's got 2 new books coming out, a new play that she's really worked on very hard for the past couple of years.
No.
And Celebrity Apprentice. She's booked to be on the next series of Celebrity Apprentice. So she's hoping one of them hits and puts her back on top.
I can't find me anywhere. What we are planning is the cutoff day for the Tony nominations is somewhere in April, so we have to open somewhere in April. Which means for the next few months, I am really focusing just on my play. It means a great deal to me because it tells my life story.
So she calls me up one night and she goes, Billy, it's Joan. Listen, I wrote a script a couple years ago. It's in the drawer. Now, I actually saw a reading of it a year earlier, and I enjoyed it. So I said, I think you should do it. Hi, Joni.
Hi, Billy boy.
Hi, Billy.
This is Billy.
Hi, Joni. Oh, yeah. I'm a little schwitzy. 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 How you doing? Schwitz.
The name of the show is Joan Rivers, A Work in Progress by A Life in Progress. Episodes from her life. How she got to where she is now. We're going to take this to the Edinburgh Festival, and then we're going to do it in London's glittering West End. The ultimate goal, I think Joan wants to play it in her hometown.
I have very few hairs left in my head, and each one has a name. Like last week, we had to sit shiva for Bernice. Or we buried Bernice. Or we cremated Bernice.
Yeah, cremated, I think, is good.
Last week. I hope that the play is a huge success. I think the play will remind them I'm an actress, I'm a writer, and if we get great reviews, it will open up a million other things. One of my earliest memories, I must have been top 6 years old. My mother took me to see Paul Robeson in Othello. And I remember smelling the smells of the theater. And I thought, this is where I belong. And so right after, I was in every school play. I was in everything you could do at college. There was never a discussion in my own head of where I was going. And it was always acting. Always going to be an actress.
Were you straight acting or comedy or?
No, comedy, never. I just knew that I could work as a comedian at night and make money to make the rounds as an actress. And that's the only reason I went into comedy. Sometimes I sit at home and I think to myself, Joan, yes, you're a diva. Penthouse, limo, furs. But a diva can get lonely. And I say this to my staff. I say, staff, I don't learn their names because they're like you people. They come, they go. Sometimes I say to them, staff, I'm lonely. Who's going to fuck me tonight, staff? Oh, that's their reaction.
Try to explain to people before you go to our house what you're about to see. Nobody lives like this. Maybe the Queen of England. But besides that, nobody lives like this.
I live very, very, very well. That's to start with. I enjoy my creature comforts, and I know I have to work for it. I could stop and live carefully, but that's ridiculous. I don't want to live carefully. So I would rather work and live the way I live and have a wonderful time.
When I hear the numbers from her accountant, because, you know, behind our client's back, everyone's whispering. So they called me, they said, Billy, you got to pull another rabbit out of the hat. How many rabbits would you like out of the hat? I don't have that many more rabbits in my hat.
When I first hit on the Carson show years ago, my manager then was a man named Jack Rollins, and he said, you're going to be an industry. When people hit, they become industries. And that's really what, I'm a small industry.
This week's check's for you to sign.
Oh, good, okay. I have an agent, I have a manager, I have a business manager, a PR lady, 2 assistants, and a lawyer. We forget the lawyers. There are then certain relatives that I'm totally supporting, certain friends. Most people that work with me, if they have children, I send the children to private schools. It goes on and on and on and on. I'm dancing as fast as I can. Are you on speaker?
I'm here.
Okay. So where do we start?
Joan, they want to do a cruise with you for $125,000 for 3 days, where you could tie it in and sell your jewelry. And it sounds good.
Yeah, I would love to, because I'm very short on money. Trust me, we need it. Okay.
Have a bump up the offer and you'll do your comedy.
Yeah, bump up the offer and they get one. Bump up the offer and they get Joan on stage.
Ooh.
Bump up the offer some more and they get Joan doing a survival lecture and on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Bump up the offer some more and they also get the red carpet lecture, the survival lecture.
And don't forget just the 125 grand worth of charm.
Just These are all my jokes. These are jokes over the last 30 years. These are just, every time I write a joke, I try to remember to get it on a card. Why should a woman cook? So her husband can say, my wife makes a delicious cake to some hooker? And you wonder why I'm still working at this age. People think it comes so easily. They have no idea that what you're doing is a terrifically difficult thing to do. And I prepare like a crazy lady. I mean, here I am. I mean, everything is just, everywhere you look, there are jokes. Everywhere there are jokes to be filed, jokes to be written, jokes that I thought of something. I mean, my life is just jokes. Vagina farts. My vagina farts are so loud, My gynecologist wears earplugs. Are gay men proud of their excessive body hair? Like Madonna's daughter? Maybe. Amazing Race. Mel Gibson chasing Jews into the showers.
As some of you can tell now, I'm 7.5 months pregnant. And you want to know the truth? You know how lousy you feel at night when I'm undressed, my husband looks at me and mentally dresses me? You know how it can be?
When I started comedy, I was very wild for the time, but different times. The last line of my original act was, this business, it's all about casting couches, so I just want you to know my name is Joan Rivers, and I put out. And you would hear the audience, such a sweet little silly line from a girl who was 28 years old, you know, dressed up, trying to look nice. The audience, half of them laughed. Jack Lemmon saw me and walked out. Said, that's disgusting. So for my time, I was very shocking. I remember I had a joke about abortions when you weren't supposed to even say the word on television.
I have a friend who just got married. The woman is 32 years old. She had 14 appendectomies, if you know what I'm telling you. You know, back and forth to Puerto Rico. She never stopped flying. She walked down the aisle in white. Every usher went.
My manager took me out and said to me, Jonala, you're going into places you shouldn't go. It's not right. It's not right. Women shouldn't talk about that. I remember thinking, you are so wrong. This is exactly what we should be talking about.
確かに下品やね。
すごい顔だったでしょ。
すごい顔やし、もういや、これ受け入れられてた時もあった。
最初はね受け入れられなかったのね。それで今出てきたんですけど、このジャック・レモンっていう人がいるんですよ。でこの人はアメリカの喜劇俳優ですごくいいね喜劇に出るんですよ。本当泣かせる。なんていうか伝統的なね、そのアパートの鍵貸しますとか、あなただけこんばんはとか、ビリー・ワイルダーっていうその名監督がいて、その人と一緒に組んでいろんな映画を作ってるんですけど、この人がジョー・リバースを見てとんでもねえ下品で見てられないと言ったんですよ。女の人が性生活について語ったりするっていうのはもう初めてだったの、そのテレビでね。もうみんなびっくりっていう。
すごいよね。
後半はねこの2人が出てくるんですが、これキャシー・グリフィンって人が出てくるんです。この人50歳ぐらいの人なんですけど、この人が今一番売れてるコメディアンなんですよ、アメリカで。でこの人はねブルック・シールズと2人でコンビをやってた。ブルック・シールズ知ってる？
綺麗な人なんね。
あの人実はこの2人とコンビでコメディやったのずっと。
めっちゃ綺麗やん。
でかいの。すごいでかいからいつもそれをバカにするっていうギャグで、あんた綺麗だかもしれないけど近く来るとビルディングと同じで上の方は見えないわとかね。
ひどい話やね。
顔すごくちっちゃくなってるわとかね、そういうツッコミをするっていうなんていうのコンビでやってたんですよ。で結構人気出て、今一番人気のある人はキャシー・グリフィンで、でジョン・リバースはこの人が憎いわけですよ。で追い上げてきやがってってだってジョン・リバースからすると25歳も下だから。
そうやね、だいぶ後輩やもんね。逆に離れすぎて可愛がりそうな気もするけど。
まあね自分の娘みたいな年齢だから、それでまあライバルなの。それでもう一人ですね、ジョニー・カーソンっていう人がいるんですね。でこの人もコメディアンなんですけれども、この人はアメリカの国民的番組の「トゥナイトショー」っていうのを司会をしてたんですよ。でねそれはタモリさんがやってる笑っていいとものテレフォンショッキングってあるじゃないですか。あの部分っていうのはこのジョニー・カーソンがやってたショーのそのゲストを毎回呼ぶっていうシーンがあって、それの真似なんですよ。で「シャイニング」って映画覚えてます？
怖いやつやね。
怖いやつ。ジャック・ニコルソンが幽霊に取りつかれて奥さんを斧で殺そうとするわけ。それで斧でバーンとドアを打ち破って、ドアの割れ目からジャック・ニコルソンが顔を出して、そうで「Here's Johnny」っていうシーンがあるんですよ。で「ジョニーだよ」って言うんですよ、ジャック・ニコルソン。それってこの人のセリフなんですよ。番組の頭で「Here's Johnny」って言って出てくるのこの人。そう。
それぐらいだ
からシャイニングのシーンはあそこのシーンでみんなうわ怖いって日本人の人思うんだけど、アメリカ人が見てるとあのシーンっていうのはうわ怖いっていうところでいきなり出てきて「笑っていいとも!」っつってる感じなんですよ。
そうですねって言ってるもんや。
そうですねって感じ。だから映画館でみんなずれってひっくり返るんですよあれは。
あそうなんや。
そういう人なんですこの人。だからタモリさんの元祖ですね。はい。でこの人がゲストにジョン・リバースを呼んで、ジョン・リバースはこの人のゲストとして火がついたんです、人気が。はい。
この後 人気絶頂だったジョーンを突然の悲劇が襲う。最愛の人を失い、彼女の人生は大きく狂い出す。
While we're on the subject, let me talk to you about sex over 60. After 60, the body drops. The body drops. My body, yeah, my body, and it's not just the breasts. Vaginas drop. Vaginas drop. 6 years ago, I woke up one morning and said, "Why am I wearing a bunny slipper and why is it gray?"
Brilliant.
I went to the dermatologist, so please excuse the way I look. I got shot filled with everything. I said, I need this for 4 months.
What do you got?
She just went crazy.
Blast away.
And then she said, "Here, go to rehearsal." Okay. Thank you, Pat. It's very scary when you see yourself totally without any makeup. It's really... It gives you the willies. Who is that person? So I get up in the morning, and the first thing I do is I get into makeup. Now, I was never the natural beauty. No man has ever told me I'm beautiful. They've said to me, "You look great, you look this, you're terrific." But no man ever said, "Oh, my God, you're so beautiful."
Good. Bring them right in. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good. Ah, okay, let's do tools. And one, yeah, that's great. Good, yeah.
Would you want the hand go to the side? People want to look at pretty women. Nobody wants an old woman. So I started with the plastic surgery, little bits and tweaks. Then I got very angry because nobody would admit it. I really became a big advocate of it. And so then I became the poster girl for it. And then I became the joke of it.
Yeah. Tools out a little bit. Yeah, that's it. Good.
So how'd you come up with the title?
Marilyn Monroe told that to me.
Yeah?
At a party.
Yeah? You and I were having a discussion before we went on the air today.
Right.
I said, if you don't feel good about yourself inside, plastic surgery will not help at all, and in fact could make things worse, because then you think, well, people aren't really appreciating the real me.
Well, who is the real me? Tell me.
You are the real me. Well, look, we want to be loved for our sense of humor, for our soul, for our sweetness, for our vulnerability, for our intelligence, yes?
I just want to be loved. I met Edgar. I had been on the Carson show, and Edgar called, and he said to Johnny, "Who do you know is a good writer?" And Carson said there was a girl writer on last week. You should look her up. I met him, and I married him 4 days later. Was I madly in love with him? No. Was it a good marriage? Yes.
I thought marriage was gonna be hugging and kissing like in the movies. You walk hand in hand over the hill into the sunset. You know what's on the other side of that hill? Filthy dishes, that's what. And socks.
How was the last show last night?
Very good, as a matter of
Good?
fact.
Good.
Yeah. Without Edgar, I couldn't have done it. We worked together. We worked on projects together. So it was a family business.
Any woman that has a child and doesn't yell is a fool, don't you think? Didn't you yell? Why not? It's your one chance to be noticed. When I was having my kid, you should... Ah! And that was just during conception.
I was dying to be a mother. I couldn't wait to be a mother. And I really worked very hard to be there for her. Of course, I'm sure she felt very deserted as a child, but I was there as much as I could be, and I made sure we were a family unit, and she knew it.
Everyone's like, "Oh, what was it like living with a legend?" I'm like, yeah, it was hilarious when I was getting grounded. Which is why I always say to people, it's like, you don't realize how in these very extraordinary, abnormal circumstances, what a normal world my parents created. And that's a testament to them. It's funny because she refers to her career as the career, and it dawned on me one day that I had a sibling. We all work on the career, as if it's a totally separate entity in the room.
Melissa, what was
your mom's reaction when you told her you wanted to go into show business?
What was it we used to say? Supportive yet not encouraging.
Yeah. And still am.
Still am. Which is a little late in the game.
Yeah, but
to be supportive and not encouraging.
No, but it's such a hard business. What I try to do was I try to protect her. This is the one business in the world. It is total rejection. I'm 75 and I'm still rejected. This business, you're on mud your whole life. Jossie, are you there?
Yes.
Have you heard from Billy?
I haven't. I have gotten no calls back.
All right, could you send him an email? I want him there to see the play before we go to Edinburgh. And I mean, there's Edinburgh, there's London. My God, he's got to see the play.
Okay. I'll email him as well.
So that's my manager, Billy, who I adore, disappears all the time. 3 years ago, it was very, very bad, and I almost fired him then. And then, God, it's, all this time. I've known Billy, it's got to be about 35 years. I could open the drawer here somewhere, and you'll find pictures of Billy. Here. Look, young Billy, young Joan. It's Edgar in the background. I mean, Billy's part of my life. And I want to see him now because we're doing the play. I need his input desperately.
Welcome to what will be Joan Rivers, a work in progress by a life in progress. Okay, here we go.
I am thrilled to be here. I just don't want this to be about me. No, not yet, honey. No, again, you two, back. Come back. Beautiful. But anyhow, line.
Now, where was I?
Now, where was I? Bill Cosby, who was a very good friend of mine, was on The Tonight Show. And the comic that was on with Bill absolutely bombed. And Bill, God bless him, went over to the director and he said, listen, why don't you use Joan Rivers? She can't be any worse than the guy that was on tonight. And that's how they put me on. They put me on the next night. And it was one of those nights, do you know, like when everything goes right? Do you know, when the stars are in alignment and the audience, we just connected. And Carson, at the end of the act, after 9 years of working bungalow colonies and strip joints and working in Greenwich Village and clubs where you'd pass the hat and the hat wouldn't come back, on the air, Carson said to me, you're going to be a star. And I looked behind me. Who the hell was he talking to? And it was it was magical between the two of us. Absolutely magical.
Don't you think men really like intelligence more when it comes right down to it?
Please, are we going to go back to that? Are you kidding?
Sure. I mean, that's a brain, a caring person.
No man has ever put his hand up a woman's dress looking for a library card.
Everyone watched the Carson show. And when Carson said to me, you're going to be a star, my life changed.
And as they say at Cape Canaveral, she took off like a rocket.
The Tonight Show was a pinnacle for Joan. And the more guest appearances she got, either guesting with Johnny or guest hosting for Johnny, the bigger and stronger the career was going and building up and up and up. And then eventually they made her the permanent guest host of The Tonight Show, which was a big thing.
After 20 years on The Tonight Show, Fox came and offered me my own show, and Edgar would be the producer. Of course we said yes. The first person I called was Johnny Carson. He slammed the phone down, I called him again, slammed it down again, and never spoke to me again. Ever. I think he was furious. He felt betrayed. I was now a competitor. He literally had me blacklisted. And to this day, I have not been on NBC late night ever.
As she drove off the NBC lot, she lost her confidence. Oh my God, what have I done? It was such a bad period.
The Fox show, even before we went on the air, was just a nightmare. Edgar did not like Rupert Murdoch and Barry Diller, and from the day we walked in, there were fights about everything about whether we should have a Coke machine or a Pepsi machine, M&Ms or Hershey Kisses. Finally, they called me in on a Thursday night, and they said, you've got to fire Edgar. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
The woman who asked, can we talk, Joan Rivers, is apparently through as permanent host of her late-night talk show.
From there, Edgar imploded, absolutely imploded. He didn't have Joan's strength. He didn't have it. I got a call from Gavin DeBecker, who was, he's a security company. He said, terrible news, yes. Edgar killed himself in Philadelphia.
He left us high and dry. Everything just went to smithereens. And he left me with no career and a lot of debts, because he wasn't a good businessman, and a lot of tough times. I walk past Edgar's pictures. I feel such sadness, such darkness.
First off, Mother, I'm very, very angry at you. Since Daddy died, you have not spent 1 minute at home. And you're
Melissa and I, we started immediately going into therapy, separately and together. And then we did something which sounds so sick. We did a movie about Edgar's suicide, where we played ourselves. Are you angry about something?
I'm angry about a lot of things, okay?
Okay. It sounds so stupid and corny, but I think by walking through it again, it absolutely mended us. Totally mended the relationship. Don't ask me. I have to go to another doctor to figure that one out. Thank you. That's a fun. Thank you. Lovely that you came. Thank you.
Hold on. Get ready. Hottest ticket. The great and the front page.
The play went beyond my wildest dreams in Edinburgh. We had great reviews. The audiences adored it. But who knows what's going to happen in London? It can turn on a dime. Now, where are we?
Oh, the signage is going up. Look, your canopy's going up.
Oh, isn't that sweet? All this right. Is where we'll make the decision for me whether or not I'm going to try to bring it to New York. Oh, if the reviews are bad, we're dead. We finished it. It was wonderful. But it will not go to New York.
Joan, this is Graham McCluskey, your lighting designer.
Like a soft pink, I don't care what it says.
Joan didn't want to open the play in New York or LA because even if it's great, they will not give her the kudos that it's great because of who she is. That there's nothing she can do that will be industry embraced.
How much does it hold?
393.
So it's 400 people.
Yeah.
I've never been the critic's darling. I've always been considered a comic and a Borscht Belt comic or a Vegas comic, or there's always an adjective before my name, and it's never a nice adjective. I go back to Fun City, which is my first play in 1973, and they were very harsh to it. It was a horrible experience. And I will not go through that again. I mean, I moved us out of New York. I said, when that play closed, we're out of here. And we moved right after Fun City. Ah, hello, press. Be kind, not too close. Thank you. Hello. Very nervous. I don't like opening nights. I think you should celebrate second nights when you're a success. I think anyone that celebrates opening nights is a fool, because you're not. That's the opening night is your walk to the execution. So I will be very, very happy tomorrow if all goes well. and very smug, and I will throw some diva scene about something when I know I have the power. Right now, I don't know if I have the power.
You got enough glitter?
Yes. Oh, God, yes.
Plenty.
Plenty of glitter. Shut that stupid bitch up! Jesus! At the end of the show, Johnny Carson, on the air, turned to me and said, "You're gonna be a star." Vaginas drop! I did not know this. I'm 75 years old, and I tell you, I haven't peaked. And that is why I'm gonna go out that door, and the door after that, 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 and I invite all of you. Come with me! Thank you. Whoa. Okay.
That was pretty extraordinary. All stood up right at the end. In America, if this goes out in America, we love you, but you do stand up all the time at the end of shows, whether, you know, like you're supposed to or something. Here they don't, except for this show.
What a triumph! What is it? Not a triumph till we read the papers.
I know, a triumph.
The night was a triumph.
But you never laugh so much.
Thank you very much. Sorry to bother you.
You're not bothering me, Joe.
I thought you were brilliant.
Are you feeling all the love that we have here
No.
for you?
We'll feel it tomorrow after the reviews. Such a nice audience. Thank you. Now, let me ask you, when will we find out about the reviews?
Tomorrow morning, first thing, I'm pretty sure they're going to be fantastic.
And what did it say?
Comedy, tragedy, surgery, and Rivers isn't going quietly.
Okay.
If the energy dips slightly towards the end, that is understandable given the star's age.
But it only gave me
It
3
only did
stars
3
out of 5.
stars. Okay, let's just square. All this play acting is an excuse for a night of me, Joan. She is not short on self-pity, and a passage about her relationship with her daughter is pretty low-grade schmaltz, mind you.
It's,
you know,
so wrong.
Exactly.
It ends in a joke, you ass.
Exactly. That's why he's just not getting the theater. Longer exposure to her, even in a small theater, betrays a husky weakness of voice that some may find monotonous.
But I'm thinking, do I want to take this into New York? Do I want to sit in a taxi in New York in 6 months and hear this and see this again? Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't know, Jocelyn. I don't know. I don't know. I am not going to walk in to New York City and be hurt the way Fun City hurt me. My acting is my one sacred thing in my life, and I will not have anyone hurt me with that. You can say I'm not a good comedian. It doesn't bother me. You say you didn't like me as an actress. It's killed me. And I don't want that in New York. But I know I'm an actress. It's all about acting. My career is an actress's career. And I play a comedian. So it's over. It's over. No one will ever take me seriously as an actress.
But don't be downhearted. You're downhearted. No.
I'm just...
Yeah.
It's not what I thought it was going to happen. What I thought was going to happen was we're going to sail in from Edinburgh. Everyone was going to love it.
Yeah.
And then we're going to pick our producer and then move it forward. And then change it, but not this, like... And, of course, there's no Billy around. Billy is never around trouble.
Yeah.
And this isn't trouble, but you know. Anyhow. The play is over, and that hurts very much, but I gotta take a deep breath and start again. to get me another commercial. Just remember, when they come in and ask for a man, I can be very butch.
So she'll do anything and really get into it like she loves it.
Okay.
Okay, well, if nobody has anything else, I'm very depressed.
Bye.
Bye, Steve.
Bye bye.
I don't want to retire. I don't want to go and sit in the sun. I don't want to go and learn to garden. I paint. Who cares?
Oh, no, he doesn't.
Hello, Emily Hope.
Hi, guys. Pleasure to meet you. Explain to us what you're offering. Yes, Platinum Rye is hired by the ad agencies to plug in celebrities to different endorsement possibilities.
Yes.
And they want to have a meeting with Joan and talk about where can we plug her in.
I will do anything. I will knock my teeth out and do dentasure or whatever it is.
I mean, she's done.
I will wear a diaper. I don't give a shit. I think I should...
Joan has a fanaticism, a maniacal focus to succeed, and works at it every day. I remember once meeting with Richard Pryor, and I sat with him and spent an hour with him about his career. And I said, okay, Richard, what we're going to do is we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and we're going to plan on this, and then in the next year we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. And he looked at me and he says, Larry, that's all great, but what the fuck do we do Monday? That's where Joan is. What the fuck do we do Monday?
ちょっとかわいそうやね。
ちょっとやっぱりねこれ旦那がマネージャーだったからマネージャーっていうかプロデューサーだったからそれで番組がうまくいかなくなった時に旦那を責めたんですよ「あんたのせいだ!」っつって「あんたのせいで私のなんていうか芸人人生失敗した」とか言ってその直後に旦那が自殺しちゃってそしたら娘がさ「もうお母さんがあんなひどいこと言うからお父さん死んじゃった」っつって一時すごかったのを仲直りしましょうっつって2人で娘と母親がお父さんが自殺したっていうドラマを作ってテレビで放送したんですよ。本人が出て
でもそれかセラピー
だって言ってましたよ。そういう治療はあることはあるんです実際に。前「カシム・ザ・ドリーム」って映画をやった時に子供の頃から少年兵として拉致されて人殺しやらされてた子供たちがそれを思い出してお芝居にする
演劇になってたね。
やってたんです。あれも治療としてやってるって言ってたけどそういう治療はあるんですね。
なるほど。
逆にその芝居にすることでそれを客体化して自分の外へ出しちゃうっていう中でこもって辛い辛いっていうのを外へ出せば治るっていう考え方があるんでそれやってたって。だって芸人だからすごい
分かれへんよね。
それで金もちゃんと稼ぐって
だってほら自分の整形するはネタにしてお金にする変える人やから
何でもネタにするんですからね。
てかこんなに仕事好きな人っておんの？
いや分かる。だって金はあるんだよ。だってすっごいうちに住んでて、
弁護士までおってさいっぱい雇ってさ
だって食事はさだって専用の主婦が中に住み込んで3食作るんだって書いて言ってたじゃん。
だからもう好きで好きでしゃあないんじゃない仕事が。でもどうなんやろこれが今が結構ダウンな時期これからもっと落ちたりするの？
まだまだ落ちるねこの後ね。はい。だからこの頃は本当に確か仕事なかったと思うんですよ。まあ通販番組以外ではほとんど出てなかった時期です実際にこの頃。
だってさまた彼女が20歳とかやったらさもうまあ他探せばとかまああんまりなんか感情にできへんけど75歳でこんなに一生懸命仕事を成功させようと思ってる人で傷ついてるところもちゃんと口に出しはるやん。なんか応援してもらう見てて。
ああそうでしょう。旦那の死もねいまだにネタにしてますよ。
ネタに
してる。だからなんだっけ5番街かなんかにあるすごい高級デパートがあるんですけど旦那のお墓はどこって言われたら高級デパートに灰は撒いたわとか言ってそうすると私は毎日1回会えるから旦那にっていうギャグを言ったのね。私は要するに高級デパートでしょっちゅう買い物する女なのよってことを言いながら旦那の死をそういうネタにしたりしてるんですよ。
強いな。
その辺がすごいですよね。
ねえ。
はい。
トップスターに返り咲くためジョーンはとんでもない番組に出演してしまう。その番組とは次週ジョーン・リバーズはピース・オブ・ワークの後編だ。長年寄り添ったスタッフも次々と去り苦境に立たされるジョーン。そしてついにトップに返り咲くため最後の大勝負に出た。それは芸能人として禁断の番組アプレンティスへの出演。売れない芸能人が再起をかけてバトルを繰り広げる超人気番組だ。
I mean, mine is not a choice. Mine is,
ここで負ければ再起不能。しかし娘までもが ライバルとして立ちはだかっていた。
I just don't want. I don't compete with her on that level.
But I don't think she really could. But then she'll do something without realizing it that is very destructive.
果たしてジョーンはこの勝負に勝ち、再びトップの座に返り咲くことができるのか。崖っぷちの75歳女下ネタ芸人、その結末を見逃すんじゃねえぞ。ここで番組からのお知らせだ。1月26日発売の3作品に続き、ホットな未公開映画がまたまた DVD となって登場だ。2月23日にフロムイーブルステロイド合衆国フローが、3月23日にキム・ジョンギリアカシム・ザ・ドリームクルードを一斉リリースだ。松島町山一押しの衝撃作、買い逃すんじゃねえぞ。
まずそれに出ることで売れない芸人になることを認めたことになっちゃうんだ。
自分がね。
それと途中で脱落したらすごいしょぼいじゃないですか。ねえ。